Welcome Capricorn to your reading for May 2021. Remember to take what resonates with you and to leave the rest. Let's get right to it. First out, we've got the Two of Cups. This is a committed relationship, harmony and a lot of love between the two of you. It's a soulmate feeling, giving and taking equally. But let's see what is going on here. I see unhappiness in your home life, Capricorn. Something isn't right there. There's conflict in your home. Family relationships are not what they should be. So despite the two of you having this love connection, these genuinely deep feelings for each other, something is wrong within the family. And it's having an effect on the relationship because you can't quite separate the two at this point. There's something rather dysfunctional going on here, and that negatively impacts your relationship. Despite the love between the two of you, something is very wrong in the family. Capricorn, let's see what is causing this conflict. Somebody very specific is causing these problems for you. Somebody very critical, has a lot to say, not constructive stuff, unnecessarily harsh things meant to hurt. Someone with a sharp tongue. And Capricorn, I can see this is an in-law doing this. This isn't an outsider. This is someone within the family. I'm going to say that this is someone related to your partner. And this person is very rude to you, not treating you as a member of the family. Somebody I see who kind of wants to take over this show. You will say something and this person will immediately have something negative to say about it. If you say A, this person says X. You want your couch in that corner, this person says no, it should be on the opposite side of the room. Petty things that this person is constantly picking on, chipping away at your self-confidence. Somebody that you can't expect any kind words from. Even when it might appear that this person is saying something nice to you, it's always a backhanded compliment. This person, I will just refer to this person as the in-law. You will know who this person is, Capricorn, if this reading resonates with you. But I will talk about the in-law. This in-law has done nothing to make you feel welcome in this family. No matter what you do, you feel that you don't belong, that you don't fit in. All thanks to this in-law. As a result of that, the home doesn't feel like a home. You don't feel that unity. Constantly, there is something, some criticism or the other. You aren't even really engaging in this family because you feel you don't belong there. The reason you feel that way is because this in-law is making sure that that is how you feel. This is deliberate, Capricorn. This in-law knows what he or she is doing. But I do sense it is a female though, although it can be a male. I'm picking up that it's a woman. This in-law is deliberately manipulating things. Maybe to an outsider it won't seem as significant, but you being in this situation, you are dealing with a lot of little things. All these little things add up. You feel you aren't welcome. Even if other in-laws don't treat you like that, you still feel that you don't belong. This in-law has deliberately put him or herself between you and your partner, wanting conflict, wants you to reach that breaking point where you start taking your frustration with this situation out on your partner. And this person has always been like this. It didn't just happen the moment you came on the scene. Perhaps those who have been around this person all their lives aren't even aware anymore of how unpleasant this person can be, but this person has always been like this. Your relationship is not quite developing in the way that it should be, despite the love between the two of you. Capricorn, what is going through your mind on this is that you feel you constantly have to be ready to defend yourself, to stand up for yourself, to explain yourself, and even, I would say, to apologize. You always have to defend yourself against this person's criticism, this I know better than you attitude. It's always going through your mind. Gosh, I have to be ready for the next onslaught, because you will always get blamed for something. I see this as the kind of thing that if you make coffee for your partner and your partner only comes to drink it 20 minutes later, then this in-law will say, why didn't you heat the water properly? Why are you making cold coffee? You know what I mean? It's so petty. Everything gets picked on. That is why you are always alert, waiting for the next attack to come. That is why you are never able to simply relax. No wonder this home isn't a place where you feel safe. And once again, this card shows that someone is deliberately trying to cause division within your relationship. You feel picked on, and you feel powerless to do anything about this. You feel trapped, always this drama, this negativity, and you feel you can't really do anything about this because you aren't a blood relative here. You came into this family through your partner. So you feel that you can't really take this person on. You can't speak up in the way you want to. You feel your hands are tied, because if you do, then you will be the bad guy. Capricorn, the result of this is that you keep a lot of your feelings to yourself, internalizing this. You play things over and over again in your mind, trying to find a way to deal with it. Up until this point, you have used silence to deal with this. You have been pretty quiet when you have been criticized so unnecessarily, when you've been undermined. You've been quite quiet about it. You have pretty much handled it with silence because you don't want a confrontation. And so there's been withdrawal from your side. And as I said, you feel like such an outsider. Now, let's look at what has happened recently, Capricorn. I can see that this in-law stepped up the hostility recently, and it seems it got to the point where you said something back. You stood up for yourself, but unfortunately, it didn't make you feel good. You didn't feel that you came out on top. In fact, you felt even more bullied, and I would say totally defeated. Capricorn, this whole thing just boiled over, and things got really bad at this point. Something happened. This person upset you so much, and as I said, you felt so defeated. But you lost control. You reached your limit and you took this person on, which is exactly what this in-law wanted. I can sense this so strongly. This is what this person wanted. You took this in-law on, and the clash that ensued was quite ugly. It resulted in a very big argument. Things being said. Finally, things you've been keeping in just came out. Understandably, you lost your temper, but this person was so ready for you, Capricorn. This in-law had been waiting for this, and finally it happened. Quite possibly, Capricorn, other people didn't see what was going on, that you were being victimized. So when you went off, the in-law was probably, oh, pitiful poor me. Look at how horribly Capricorn is treating me. It really made you feel even more separated from this family, even more like the outsider, and it caused you such loneliness and trauma, unhappiness. It's at the point where this is causing you so much heartache that you are starting to feel depressed, even if you're not someone who is normally prone to depression. This situation, I can see it's really getting to you, Capricorn. Let's look into the near future. I see a total stalemate. Nothing's happening. Nothing is being resolved. Things aren't moving forward. And you feel stuck. You feel you are stuck between your partner and this in-law. You don't want to make your partner unhappy, but at the same time, you can't handle this situation with this in-law anymore. Things aren't being worked out. The communication isn't there, and there you are in the middle, trying to decide what it is that you can do. And there is almost a feeling of, is it going to be better for me if I just leave? Despite your love for your partner, isn't it better to just leave this relationship to get away from this in-law? Because you realize that there is no way that you can make peace with this person. And this in-law doesn't want that anyway. At this point, you don't even want that anymore. Things will just get to a point where they are too ugly. Capricorn, not surprisingly, you feel really bad about all of this. Mentally, you are so fatigued, burnt out. You can't stop thinking about this no matter what you do. You can't stop thinking about it. You wake up in the middle of the night and there it is. You wake up in the morning and there it is. You go through your day and there it is. And then you go to bed at night and there it still is. Constantly on your mind. It's causing you a lot of stress. There's no happiness for you. It's like everything good and positive in your life has been sucked out because of this in-law. You feel you can't cope with this anymore. You might even feel that maybe you are to blame. Maybe if you handle things differently. You are thinking, maybe if I had done this, maybe if I had done that. You know what, Capricorn? Nothing you could have done would have made a difference. I feel that you were set up from the start, but you keep saying to yourself, what could I have done differently? What can I do differently? Trying to find a solution. As far as this in-law is concerned, and actually talking to this person about things and coming to an agreement, that is not going to happen. I feel very strongly, Capricorn, that the answer doesn't lie with this in-law and trying to find a compromise with this person. That's not the answer. The focus needs to be on you and your partner and what you are going to do about this together. You simply have no inner peace at the moment, Capricorn. It's been totally disturbed. Once again, you feel you have no power to do anything about this. There's an imbalance of power. This in-law is in a senior position in the family. And your partner is going to become more caught up in this as well. You feel your partner needs to stand up for you, but it hasn't happened. You feel disrespected by the in-law and by your partner at this point. You want your partner to stand up to this in-law because as the outsider, you feel that you are not really in a position to take this person on as you would like to. But your partner can, and not doing that is causing resentment between you and your partner. I sense that your partner isn't hearing you, not listening to you quite in the way you would like him or her to do. Capricorn, I can see that your partner is somebody who is very dependable, somebody that you can count on and who cares very deeply about you. The ideal family type of person, somebody who is so loyal to you despite everything that is going on. And you might not feel it, but this person is loyal. An emotionally mature person. So I don't see that the character of your partner is the problem here. And there is a lot of love between you and your partner. But your partner feels overwhelmed by all of this, doesn't know how to handle the situation, is trying to handle things between you and this in-law but isn't really able to. Doesn't really know how to do this and is feeling pressure from both sides, from you and this other person. Pretty much feeling that no matter what he or she does, they can't really win. Somebody close to your partner, that being you or the in-law, will be upset with him or her no matter what. Your partner feels that it's impossible to find a balance and is also feeling the discontent in this relationship. Your partner is very much aware of the fact that this is causing damage to the relationship and is experiencing tremendous stress because of this. It's not only you feeling that, Capricorn. And all of the stress of this situation is what has caused your partner to withdraw from all of this. Even though he or she knows exactly what is going on, he or she has decided to step back from it for a while. The stress of it, it's heavy on your partner's shoulders as well. He or she is also feeling that there is no peace at home, no peace in the family. It's not that your partner doesn't care, Capricorn. Your partner is just overwhelmed by all of this, trying to gather him or herself, and the best you can do is to allow your partner this break for a while, this stepping back. Right now, I feel your partner also needs time alone to figure things out. Your thoughts on this, those negative thoughts and fears, Capricorn, you are feeling like it's all on you. You feel you don't have the support of your partner, that you are stuck with this alone, trying to manage it alone. You feel that this is a struggle that you are up against constantly on your own and you're burnt out. But your partner is aware but just doesn't know how to deal with it yet. In the meanwhile, you feel alone. Also, the strain has taken the joy out of the relationship. And you can feel the joy has been sucked out of this relationship, Capricorn. Capricorn, you fear that the connection between you and your partner is starting to crumble under all of this. You don't feel united. You feel disconnected from him or her. It's increasingly causing conflict, and you feel that you and your partner are no longer in harmony with each other. You are fearful that it will remain this way, that things will never be the way it once was. And you are actually starting to feel resentment building up towards your partner for not taking action. This is indeed very bad for your relationship because it creates a greater emotional disconnect. The problem, Capricorn, is not between the two of you. It's a person coming between the two of you. So this in-law is succeeding in causing these feelings between you and your partner. Your partner feels alone, you feel alone, your home is no longer a peaceful place. There is a grudge that you are starting to feel towards your partner. I can see that you don't want to feel this way, but that venom of your in-law has made its way into your relationship. Capricorn, as far as the people closest to you are concerned, we've got the Emperor. I see that this is an older person, more than likely a male in the family or someone close to the family. Somebody who is like a father figure, somebody that you can talk to and who has possibly already tried to give you advice about the situation. A very practical man who has the ability to look at things logically and be fair. Someone who doesn't allow emotions to cloud his judgment. A rather stern person, a no-nonsense kind of person. I believe this person has already had something to say to some of you. To you or your partner or to this meddling in-law, but I feel this person has actually spoken up at some point. Didn't mince his or her words and expressed what they see going on. Somebody that was able to do it in such a way that he didn't allow himself to be pulled into this conflict, but nonetheless said his, or maybe her, piece about it in no uncertain terms. As I said, this person is fair and prides himself on that, and I believe this person is somebody who is on your side. I don't see him as being actively on your side, though, in terms of being drawn into these disputes. He has or will speak his mind and will leave it at that. It could be someone related to you, but I sense this is a blood relative of your partner. Capricorn, I can see that you are trying to come to a place of finding clarity about this so that you can decide what to do next. Also to heal the relationship between you and your partner and to come together as a couple. Get the relationship back on track and decide what to do from there. I do feel that you have given up on ever having a good relationship with this in-law. So I see your focus is going to shift towards how you and your partner can make sure things get back on track between the two of you so that you aren't being critical of each other and arguing. Instead, talking things through in a very open and honest way. You want both of you to be able to let go of this anxiety. The heaviness in your hearts, this thing of walking on eggshells. You want this gone and for calm and peace to return to your lives. But in the ideal world, Capricorn, you also want the truth to come out. You would like people to acknowledge that the in-law is the one in the wrong. That said, Capricorn, you might have to accept that you will probably not get exactly what you want in that regard. Not everyone will say, oh, this other person has been wrong and Capricorn has been the victim all along. The most important thing, as we saw here with judgment, is that you and your partner get your relationship back on track. But you must definitely want issues that's been hanging over your heads like a dark cloud. You want that gone. And you want to be in control of your emotions again and to stop doubting yourself. All this stuff has harmed your self-confidence and you would like to rebuild that. You want you and your partner to stand on your own. You want to have your own lives, not have this in-law to have a say in the relationship, because I feel it is possible that this in-law, to an extent, might have been able to exercise quite a bit of control over this relationship because of money matters. I sense there is something with money and this person that puts this person on a bit of a power trip. Maybe this person helped you with a down payment on a home, or you've been living temporarily with this person, and you want for that to end now, and for you and your partner to build your life and security separate from your partner's family and this in-law in particular, to settle into your home life and have a peaceful home. As the final outcome, Capricorn, I see you really starting to think about things more clearly. Your mind is becoming sharper again because it became clouded due to all this stress. I can see you seeing things with greater clarity and finding a way forward. Whereas before you couldn't find a solution and you felt overwhelmed. I see you now looking at this in a much more practical way. Your focus will also improve. I see communication between you and your partner improving. I actually see the two of you sitting down and talking about this, having a mature conversation and looking at things in practical terms. And once you do this, Capricorn, things will start to ease up a bit. This tension will start to lift between you and your partner. Things will be calmer and more peaceful once again between the two of you, because now you are finding a way out of this together. I see the two of you literally deciding to physically remove yourselves from this situation. If you've been living with your partner's family or living very close to them, I see you leaving that. If you've been living in a home partially owned by this in-law, I see you moving out of that house. Perhaps even moving out of the vicinity. A physical distancing is a solution the two of you will most likely agree upon. Yes, Capricorn, definitely I see the two of you removing yourselves physically from this environment. It won't come about overnight. It's not like everything will be sorted out by the end of the month. But I do see you two coming to an agreement that this is what you are going to do. When exactly this will be executed, I don't know yet. But you will be getting the ball rolling, going into the planning stage as soon as possible. Maybe even moving very far away from this in-law. Capricorn, I do see some rough times still ahead. It won't be an easy month, but in the long term, I see you and your partner finding a way out of this together. Capricorn, don't allow your anger to boil over into rage and thereby give away your power. Transform your anger into something that will empower you to take control of your life. Find a quiet place where you can focus on finding your center. Capricorn, get back in touch with your inner self and you will find it easier to deal with the challenges in your life. Capricorn, that is it for your May reading. I thank you so much for joining me and for watching and listening. We end once again by asking your spirit guides, angels, and departed loved ones to continue to guide and support you on your journey. Capricorn, take care and I will see you again soon.